We've built a reputation for hard-hitting car crash tests. We've discovered that small modern cars are safer than big old ones. We witnessed the incredible strength of the humble smart car. We showed you why you should think twice about seven-seaters. And we demonstrated what happens when a convertible goes sunny side down. You're going to witness the fastest car crash test that we, or anyone else in the world, has ever conducted. It's an extreme test that's equivalent to the worst scenario imaginable. Two cars colliding head-on whilst both travelling at 120 miles an hour. This Ford Focus here is going to go on a little day trip into this concrete block. The car will be propelled towards the wall by a winch with 15,000 pounds-feet of torque. That's the equivalent of 16 Bugatti Veyron. Even in a controlled environment, the thought of such an impact sent shivers down my spine. It's round about this time that I get quite nervous. The sound of an accident is just catastrophic. This is it. Oh my God! Oh my God! The Focus is obliterated on impact. The car decelerates from 120 miles an hour to 0 in 68 milliseconds, with its occupants experiencing peaks of 400 G. Only the rear end escapes total destruction, and the passengers don't ask. Starting here in St Bees in Cumbria, I'm going to travel to Robin Hood's Bay near Whitby, sticking to green lanes as much as possible, the unpaved tracks that you're legally allowed to drive along. This epic 2-day, 150-mile challenge will take me on the remotest driving terrain that England has to offer. Naturally, I'll be doing it in something brand new and four-wheel drive, but not what you might class as cutting edge. I'll be doing it in a Lada. A brand new Niva, to be precise, with a bomb-proof reputation. They've been making these in Russia since the late 70s, but haven't been sold in the UK since 1997, until now. It's actually quite nippy. Little 1.7, 80 horses. There's a hole in the dash, which is the same shape as a radio, but it's not a radio, it's a hole. The challenge began with an immediate test of my off-roading skills. I'm never going to get round there. Already, I'm holding up road users. This is public highway, just not the sort of public highway that most people use during an average day. This is great. There's some hill walkers there that are looking a little bit surprised. Oh, there's some big ruts. What the Lada lacks in luxury, it makes up for with essential off-road tools. It's just cruising, absolutely cruising up here. It's not even breaking into a Soviet sweat. My first water crossing of the trip. I don't really know how deep it's going to be. It already says unsuitable for motor vehicles. Stay at a consistent speed. I can feel all the water underneath me. Oh, we've made it! The Niva was coping impressively. Chapter 1, doors. Pull up the handle to open the door from the outside. And there's a diagram. Fresh air can enter the vehicle through the windows if the glass is lowered. Oh, there's some big boulders now. Oh, sugar. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Oh, massive ruts, which I don't want to hit. Oh, like that one. Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah! Oh! I'm like a mountain goat in this thing. I'm going to reach the summit. Yes! I've done it! Woo! There's some goats. I travelled on the most secret, yet arguably best roads in Britain, in a car whose only optional extra is a snowplough. That's the cheapest brand new 4x4 on sale in Britain. And probably the best.
let me introduce you to the first all-new Lamborghini for over 8 years. The Aventador. With a £240,000 price tag, 700 horsepower and a top speed of 217 miles an hour, everything about this car is big. But being a normal car is something that the £250,000 Aventador does surprisingly well. Despite the huge width of this car, it doesn't feel that big around these little tiny streets about town. When you think you're an automatic and you stop at junctions, it drops into neutral and then you accelerate and there's nothing there. Boing! A little horrible tune tells me I'm now in neutral. Oh, thanks, Lamborghini. Feeling better now. I've looked in the mirror and seen the spoilers come up. The smile is growing. Time to switch into the track mode, or Corsa, as they say in Italian. Right, come on now, tight right hander, let's have some fun. Give it a flick, get it sideways, but then the front end takes control and it washes out. See, four-wheel drive just isn't suited to having fun on a track. Shut up. One thing that is for sure, however, is that this Aventador is fast. It's got 30 horsepower more than the most powerful Murcielago. It'll actually launch to 62 in just 2.9 seconds and then just go on getting faster and faster and faster. Let's see just how fast. Now we're on full throttle shift. Now 163, 7,000 revs, 187, 191, 199, and now 205. Well, it's certainly fast in a straight line. And 205 miles an hour in a road car is a brand new fifth gear speed record. I love the 700 horsepower. I love the fact that it's a V12. I love this high speed handling. But I don't want to pay £250,000 for this dashboard, the ride on road, and the pain in my neck when I change gear. Cadwell Park in Lincolnshire, dubbed the mini Nürburgring by racers, its twists and hills are perfect for testing cars to the limit. We're pitting two brand new Uber coupes head to head. The £59,000 Audi RS5 and the £57,000 Mercedes C63 AMG Coupe are fierce rivals. So, which is quickest? First on track, the four-wheel drive Audi. To get a feel for the car, I'll have some fun, then I'll do a time lap. What an engine! This is my kind of Audi. 4.2 litres, normally aspirated, and a magnificent 8,250 revs to play with. Here we go, let's get a lap in. Start the clock. Full throttle lap shift. Approach turn 1 at 120, glaze the brakes, flip it down a gear. Beautiful. Feather the throttle. Turn, initial turn good on the power, then it just wants to go on the slightly. Proper racing, that just a couple of wheels on the grasscrete. At the end of Park Straight, telemetry indicates a top speed of 121 miles an hour for the Audi. Whoa, please stop, please stop. Down a couple of gears. Yes, we're in. Head to the finish line. And the four-wheel drive Audi RS5 crosses the line in 1 minute and 46.1 seconds. So, how does the rear-wheel drive Mercedes compare? From a high-revving 4.2-litre V8 to a big 6.2-litre. Less revs, but a lot more torque. Oh, immediately, I've got the opposite lock going. All the traction's off on the Mercedes. This brilliant grunting engine fires me forwards. This is a car you can play in. Whoa, 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 whoa. Start the clock. Now, into this fast, long uphill left. Keep it neat and tidy, Tiff. Into Charlie's. Smooth as we can onto the straight. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Little, that's lovely. Don't brake too late and get yourself into trouble. On the straight, the Mercedes clocks 125 miles an hour. That's 4 miles an hour quicker than the Audi. This is going to be so close. With almost identical power figures, there's nothing between them as they enter the first checkpoint. However, as the turns tighten and the track gets damper, the Mercedes begins to struggle and reaches the second checkpoint 4/10 behind the Audi. A hairpin to go. The Mercedes struggles for traction through the wet final section and drops even further behind the Audi. It crosses the line in 1 minute 47.5, 1.4 seconds slower. The Mercedes will always be more fun and may well be faster in the dry, but Audi's four-wheel drive traction wins the day.
Now it's time to see if this battery-powered Renault can convince us that electric cars really are the future. Until now, the Nissan Leaf has been the only family-sized electric car. When eco-car expert Robert Llewellyn tested it for us, he thought it was excellent.
This is the first electric car that does a convincing job of just being a normal car.
The Fluence ZE is its brand new rival, and it betters the Leaf in two key areas. According to Renault, it'll do 10 more miles before running out of battery power. And secondly, it costs £8,000 less. So on the face of it, it's got an awful lot to be happy about. Electric cars are growing in popularity, so it's time we all knew the truth about the one big electric car issue. Just how far can they go on one charge? Driving like a normal person on a normal day, I want to see just how close I can get to matching Renault's claimed range of 115 miles or 185 kilometres. 5 kilometres in, and the first thing that struck me was the noise, or lack of it. There is no sound, really, a question of many about whether electric cars should have a noise. I reckon it's going to get to the point where you'll be able to just download a noise. So I can buy a Renault Fluence and I can just download the engine noise of a Dodge Viper. Or an ice cream van. 60 kilometres down, the car was saying it had only enough power for another 48. And that wasn't my only concern about the Fluence's power source. You actually have to pay Renault £81 a month to hire the battery pack, which lives there. And while they'll replace it if there's a problem, that's not the only extra outlay. They recommend you put a designated charging point at your house, which costs 800 quid, and it still takes 8 hours to fully charge the Fluence. It is a pretty average car to look at and to sit in, but it is enjoyable to drive because it feels refined and chilled out. The automatic lights have come on. Oh, what's that? What's that? What's that? I've got 15 kilometres left. I'd covered 107 kilometres, driven sensibly, only just put my lights on, but at this rate, I'd run out of power 63 kilometres short of the Fluence's claimed range. Not good. My range is gone. It doesn't have a range anymore. Oh, hang on. Hang on, hang on. It's just informed me on the dash. It says performance limited. I'd done 122 kilometres, just 65% of the distance the car claims to achieve on a charge. It's another electric car letdown. But despite its apparent failure, I've got a soft spot for the Fluence. It's a comfortable, affordable electric car that is perfectly usable, provided you don't need to go too far.
The Nürburgring is the track to sort the men from the boys. We've got this world-famous 13-mile arena of speed all to ourselves. I'm taking a host of super competitive celebrities on an intense driving lesson around here before testing their mettle against the clock. The first celebrity to take the fifth gear Nürburgring challenge is one of the nation's most famous footballers. It is, of course, Kevin Keegan, OBE. The car each of the celebrities will drive is this £100,000, 550 brake horsepower Jaguar XKRS. In the hands of a racing driver, this beast is capable of achieving a lap time of 7 minutes and 51 seconds. First, I'll show Kevin around this most daunting of tracks and teach him how to get the best out of the 186-mile-an-hour Jaguar.
Been looking forward to it for ages. We got round the first kilometre and I thought to myself, it's 20 kilometres round here. I'm not going to make this.
Don't you feel sick at all when you're going round these things?
This morning they were talking about, are you taking one of these bans for sickness and stuff like that? And I thought, what the hell about?
We don't want you being ill, Kevin. You come in for a fun day out.
What do I think of the Nürburgring so far? It's been a sickening experience for me, I've got to say. Wow, I prefer to do it without the helmet. I'm really sweating. I didn't sweat like this when I played football. It's so hot, look. Played in games for 90 minutes and not sweat like this.
It was Kevin's turn.
Looks better now. T-shirt.
Yeah.
Lots of action now.
I feel so sick.
Yeah, no, let's put this temperature down.
I've only ever seen once a player sick on a football field, and he'd had some gatto before the game, chocolate gatto, which is not recommended.
He's still feeling a bit nauseous. Pull over to the left, Kevin, and open your door.
Sorry.
That's all right.
After a quick pit stop, it was time to get 60-year-old Kevin Keegan back on track.
Hey, get some power in.
I quite liked, what do you call it, the carousel?
Yeah. Into this big dipper.
I like that. That was good. I'd like to have gone round a little bit quicker there.
You feeling again?
I just wish I could have completed a lap without having to stop, you know?
Pull over again, Kevin.
It's something that's always fascinated me, speed.
He's only come here to have a bit of fun.
I don't think at 60 my career's going to go anywhere.
I think one lap might be enough, Kevin.
Stuart Broad and Matt Pryor are two of the biggest petrol heads in world sport. They're the England teammates who drive everywhere in convoy. So, which of these two lovers of speed is the best driver? We're going to find out the fun way by seeing who can execute the ultimate example of car control, a perfect drift.
I was practicing on a golf buggy yesterday.
Matt and Stuart use this 510 horsepower Jaguar XFR to practice their aim. But first, I had to teach them the basics. You have to turn the steering wheel to start with. Hard wheel, power. Then you have to stamp on the throttle to get the back end out. And then almost immediately, you have to start spinning the steering wheel the other way.
There's no way I'm going to be able to do that.
So I've got the car sideways, and now I'm just juggling it a little bit on the steering and the throttle. Any questions? First up, the boys had a practice. Go down to the cone, and you need to turn aggressively and then power.
Actually, driving off here, I was really excited about it. I thought I'd actually be okay at it.
Wheel, push it. Okay.
I wasn't. I was rubbish.
Right, that was a big spin.
Stamp off the throttle, steer. Really good, really good. The Stuart could slide. Steer. But lifting off the power at the right time was becoming a problem. I knew we were going off spectacularly. We're stuck in the gravel. Help! Stuart stuck the car in the kitty litter so deeply that a 4x4 pickup truck that was designed to pull cars from the kitty litter couldn't do it.
This could be day over, yeah? Look what's coming.
What have we brought? Once rescued, it was time for the main event. The lads would have 6 goes each at knocking down our stumps to test their drifting accuracy. Stuart went first. I think it was more from sort of my wing side rather than just kissing it with the badge, but it was still a strike. On the second run, the stumps went flying once again.
Oh, Brody, lad.
Followed by a miss, a waft down, which doesn't count, and a miss again. The highlight for me was when he managed to spin the car so spectacularly that the rear end wiped out the stumps. Matt definitely found it frustrating. I mean,
A couple of times, you know, nearly got there. Most of the time, ended up spinning out.
each time Matt failed to drift through the stumps. The idea is to still be moving whilst we hit them.
No, you're not having that.
That was driven at. He had one more chance to score.
Oh, got a bit now.
Oh, yeah! The Brodies counts, that's one for me as well.
We will do this again, and I will be better next time.
On that bombshell. Oh no, that's the other programme.
Andreas Mikkelsen is a 22-year-old rally driving prodigy. A World Rally regular, last month he also won the Intercontinental Rally Challenge. Now he faces a very different test, a navigational rally on public roads, and I'm navigating. What are the main things that you look for in a co-driver?
Well, first of all, we need to find the road. So if co-driver, the navigator, does one small mistake, I go off the road. So it's definitely 50% of the job, for sure.
Over 100 navigational rallies take place every year, organised by local clubs. I'm going to be navigating in the dark, and as I've been known to get lost in a car park, I've arranged some training from navigational rally veteran and expert Andy Rogers.
OK, some basic essentials. Piece of cardboard to act as like a table for your lap for reading a map on. We have a thing here called a roamer, which helps you plot map references.
There's nothing basic about this.
That is fairly basic, honestly.
Do you use any of this in your proper rally car?
I know we have some pens.
We'd be up against 11 other competitors driving a road-going version of Andreas's Skoda rally car, this 178 brake horsepower Fabia VRS.
3, 2, 1, good night.
Good night. Car number 5 is away. But my sense of direction lets me down immediately. Have you left here?
No. You think so?
Yeah.
No, I can't wait.
No, sorry. Andreas got us to the first checkpoint on time. Hi there. OK. With my eyes on the map, all the twisting and braking takes its toll.
So?
Ooh, just open the door a bit, Andreas.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If you need to puke, be quicker.
The marshals at the third time control were about to get a bit more from me than they were expecting, much to Andreas's concern. Asking for 44. Oh.
That was quick.
Sorry, car number?
44. Please. Oh dear. How embarrassing. We're on the penultimate section, but things are going a bit green again.
I must say, I've never seen such commitment before. Straight on. She was like puking all over the car. Hanging in there.
That was a proper chunder.
Yeah? Cool. So I was just giving her tissues all the time. Even though I was driving, I was like, hey.
Another wet wipe, please, Andreas.
Yeah, it's coming.
This is the new Renault Sport Megane 265 Trophy.
Oh, yeah.
Helping us test it is rally star and stunt driver in the latest Bond film, Mark Higgins. He has legendary car control, as this viral video of him avoiding a 150-mile-an-hour smash shows. It is fast, having just lapped the Nürburgring quicker than any front-wheel drive road car. The Megane is so good it got us thinking the unthinkable. Can a hot hatch really be faster and more fun than a proper GT car? To decide which is best, I'll find out which puts the biggest grin on your face, then Mark will pit them against the clock over a serious lap. The 370Z has a 3.7-litre V6 engine and a 0 to 62 time of 5.3 seconds.
Oh, it's a bit slippy, Mark. Oh, sorry about that. That was a bit of a cack-handed slide there, but
You were looking at your dial.
once you've got it to breakaway, it's quite controllable there. Oh, oh.
The conditions favour the front-wheel drive Renault.
It's quite quick, isn't it? You can feel that turbo kick in.
It's got a bit of a roar under the bonnet, hasn't it, that turbo? It's quite exciting. Ah.
See, look, turn it.
Quite like,
Where are we going to go off?
Once front-wheel drive cars go, I'm quite enjoying the fact that it's very neutral. Give it a bit of a flick one way. Am I going to catch this? What do you think?
Yeah, you'll get it. Go on.
Oh. I think, for fun, the Renault gets the vote.
Definitely.
Mark will set a benchmark in the edgy 370Z.
As soon as the stopwatch is on, he's going for it. Oh, he's got in too quick.
No. Oh, she's near. Come on, baby.
Admit it, you went in too quick.
I'd like to be talking to you more, Tiff, but I can't because I'm concentrating too much. Feel the front there on the steering. She's coming. Go.
Higgins concentrating behind the wheel. He's fighting. He's feisty. Oh, we're going to hit the grass.
That wasn't too bad, that was it?
34.6.
Time for the Megane. Can a jumped-up hot hatch lap faster than a GT car?
You think you're going to be quicker than a 1 minute 34.6?
It'll be close.
Start the clock.
Whoa, that was quite nice, though.
Yeah, it's predictable. I mean, it reacts well. It's doing what you're telling it to, which is quite nice.
Feisty.
Come on.
Go. That was good. This has been quick so far. They got the third. One corner to survive, and I'm in survive. He's heading for the line and stop the clock. 1 minute 32.6. 2 seconds quicker.
It's a shock result. The hot hatch has toppled one of our favourite GT cars. This astonishing Megane trophy has proved to be both more fun and faster.
This is the Thames Valley Counter-Terrorism Unit, and this is how they transport VIPs. 3 60 grand Jags, close formation driving above the speed limit, and 4 skilled motorbike outriders to clear the way.
So I've got police motorbike riders stopping traffic on the roundabout above the M40. For me?
It requires precise, highly drilled driving skills, and we've been given exclusive access to the secret airbase where this covert team train. They practice every form of defensive driving. I've done extreme stunts in cars before, from driving blindfolded at 150 miles an hour to rolling a car on its roof. My training began with what to do if a terrorist tries to run you off the road.
Yes, I'm going to turn into... Oh my God. Oh, there is some nasty noise going on. Oh my word. He's giving me a bit of argy-bargy. I'll argy-bargy back. Oh, he's vicious.
He's horrible, isn't he?
Tactic number 2 would show me how to make an escape. Known as tipping out, the exact trick of the trade has to remain classified.
A little bit closer, Now, half turn in, straighten up and drive. Okay. Came off the accelerator.
Yeah, I did, because I thought I might hit him.
That's all right. That's what you're supposed to do.
Oh, yeah.
This was a manoeuvre that would take a lot of practice.
Drive through. That's better. Accelerate now, straighten up. Oh, good one. Yeah, spot on.
Lovely. It's very satisfying.
It is.
What we're looking at here is a potential of a road being blocked with vehicles. What we want you to do is to take the BMW and drive straight through it.
I'm not looking forward to this one, John.
It'll be fine, don't worry. Just don't concentrate on what you're doing and enjoy yourself.
For the hardened coppers who normally do this course, this is the culmination of 2 weeks coaching. I've been under tuition for a mere 4 hours.
Keep going, relax, thumbs out. Throttle, throttle, throttle.
The key is to keep accelerating all the way through the barricade. It's the least natural response, but the only way to ensure that you get away.
Relax, he says. Yeah.
Away you go.
First gear. Accelerate, accelerate. I'm going to hit the... Oh, my God. Oh, that's really nasty.